these busts of NFL last week. So we're looking for these boys that were on your roster. Oh my God, they just crapped the bed again. Donovan Peoples Jones, what is going on? What is going on? 1 point. You had 1 point, bro. One catch for 7 yards. Hey, Browns, I don't know, man. Quarterback play ain't looking too hot. I don't. Week 2, long season. This is early. We're gonna play fair. We're gonna play fair. All right. So what do I always say? Those first 4 weeks, you gotta let them play out. You gotta let them. Man, Jefferson, ever since he ran off the field for his baby after the Super Bowl, he ain't never been back on the field. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Rondale Moore, 2 points, one catch for 14 yards. Trash. Who else we got? John Meach, not good. Allen Robinson, bruh, come on. You can't have the little show you had last week, Allen Robinson, and come out on Monday Night Football with this kind of display. This was atrocious. 2 catches for 12 yards, bruh. I come at you and then I try to help you. Like you really got me wanting to call you overrated because you've been in the league a long time, Allen, and we have not had an Allen Robinson year. When is it coming? You played with the Jags. It looked like it. It was exciting, and then it failed. You got with Chicago, and I just said that wasn't going to work, and it did not work the entire time. You didn't get paid because it didn't work. I was like, I don't know if he's him. And then you go to the Rams. That was just a wash. Now you in Pittsburgh. It's week 2. Come on, these can't be your numbers, guy. This cannot happen. Okay, I need you to do better. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I kept telling y'all. I kept telling you. Told you in preseason. I told you in the draft. And y'all kept running your mouth about this guy. That was it last year. This is not going to keep happening. He old. When you get old, you get old. Hunter Renfrow, I'm not too worried about you. I'm not sure why people have you on their roster if they do. There's nothing to talk about there. Tolbert, though, 3 for 18. I need more out of you. I really do. I did that. That's them bum numbers. Rashad Bateman, you still riding bum numbers, bro. Come on, 3 for 18. What's going on, Romeo? I'm giving you a break. I knew you were dealing with a hamstring. 2 for 30. You get a little relaxed. Not you, Calvin. Not you. You had a whole year off. Them legs should be good to go. There should be nothing stopping you. Okay, especially this Chiefs defense. They shouldn't be running. No, get open for your quarterback. This was atrocious. John Dotson, people got high hopes for you too. 3 for 22. No, we can't be doing this. Jerry Jeudy, look, I didn't came for your partner. Okay, that other side of your field. Who I don't know why people like Cortland Sutton because there ain't nothing there. It ain't been nothing there. I kept telling y'all, and y'all keep waiting. You're gonna wait as long as you wait for Jesus. How about that? Because Cortland Sutton ain't finna show you nothing. Judy, you about to show me you a wash too. I'm looking at this Denver's offense and I see no receiving. None. I don't see anything. Y'all can blame Russ. I'm coming for these receivers. Because without Russ, when there was other people, where were these same receivers at? Huh? Nowhere to be found. Nowhere. All right. So now I'm not going at just Russ. All right. Jonathan Mingo, you've been a wash. All right. Now we're getting to some guys. Look, bottom numbers. No. These guys did good. So we're good. There was all the receivers with bottom numbers that were bust all week. So we'll get to the heroes later. We got these running back busts that we got to get to. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Look here. Oh man, there's so many. Where do we start? Who? All right. Jamal Williams. Most likely with this situation, it's his age. It's a running back's hamstring. At this age, stage in his career, it's the age, the body. It's not much you're getting out of that, pimps. It's not much. Um, that the Saints are going to deal with one issue this year. They do not have a running game. Everybody's high on Kamara coming back. I've always had my little stint about Kamara because I've only seen that he's good with Breeze. Can he do it with Carr? That remains to be seen. Carr had Jacobs. Jacobs has 1,600 rushing yards, but Jacobs is a between the tackle runner, not Kamara. So we are going to have to wait and see. Devin Singletary. I don't know why y'all still got this man on your roster. The Texans ain't running the football. That is going to be the worst rushing offense in the NFL this year. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, still a bum. Josh Kelly. Yeah, you're a bust this week. Yeah, you're a bust. Chargers don't have any running game. Chargers don't have a head coach. Chargers don't have a defense. Kellen Moore going to end up taking over if they don't get rid of this coach within this year. But it is bad. There is no way you are a Charger right now. You understand? Listen to these numbers, right? I need you guys to listen to these numbers. In week 1, Chargers put up 30 points and lost. Think about that, right? In week 2, Chargers put up 20-something points and lost. Chargers have put up 50-plus points in 2 weeks and 0 turnovers. Okay? Look at coach's eyes. 0 turnovers. And yet they're 0-2. Because the defense that y'all keep telling me, oh, that defense good. That defense got Khalil Mack. That defense got James. Defense got nobody. Come on, fam. Look at the points they give up. Now, I said that coach should have been fired last year. He's on the worst hot seat he could ever be on. Is that organization going to fire him? Who knows? They owe him a lot of money, so I don't know if they can fire him due to that situation. So I don't know what's going to happen with the Chargers right now, but they're not ready to face their rival. I can promise you that. This is not going to be a good season. Another year, I have the Chargers where they should be. Here they go. I mean, you can take this all the way back to the time. So it's the organization. It's the ownership, right? Because let's take this all the way back to the time of who? Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers, just a pawn of that organization. A man who should have won a championship. A very great competitor. A very great quarterback. Had a great team. Had a great defense. A great running back. Couldn't get past playoffs, past Peyton Manning, past Brady. Now, could that be he couldn't get past 2 great quarterbacks? Maybe. But as we kept watching the debacle of that organization, because they just started losing more, right? It's just throw the ball to Antonio Gates for whatever God reason from here on forward and nobody else. So at this point for me, it's the ownership. It's the ownership. And if that's the case, this team ain't going nowhere. Let's just call it what we see. Because Justin Herbert, I'm sorry, you're a great quarterback, and you got to deal with weird ownership. I'm gonna call him weird. I'm just call him weird. I'm gonna stick that. I'm gonna keep my composure, and I'm gonna just call him weird. But I will not keep my composure for Najee Harris. Bruh, come on, man. Come on, dog. Like, what? I done sang the songs. I didn't pray to every God there is that is in fantasy football. And what they're telling me is, this is you. 43 rushing yards. That's it. That's you. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I get it. You played 2 great defense, so you're not great. Let's call the basket of bread what it is. A basket of bread. You loaf. You done fooled everybody. You had a great rookie year because you got bottle fed that ball, and you have done nothing since, bro. Nothing. Like, come on. This was everything opportunity for this year. It's week 2. It's week 2, and I get it, but bro, in the first 2 weeks, you've played 2 top-tier defenses, and you've shown you cannot handle that. What else am I supposed to look at when I'm watching you play football? Am I supposed to say, no, you can't play 2 times. You can play great defenses, just not right now because it's too early. Like, come on. Is that what I really need to be telling people? No, I told people to draft you. I told people you were going to be great this year. I had you at 1,300, 1,400 rushing yards this year. The only way you're getting that is if you have 300 in at least 2 games. to catch up. Because you only have like 80 yards total, if that much, in 2 weeks, bro. You, I, as of right now, you trash. This week, you're the trash bucket. Okay? You might as well just fake an injury, come join us on the couch. Me and our couch guests, if I'm not mistaken. Because, man, bro, what you want me to do with these numbers? What you want me to tell people? What hope am I supposed to get a crowd with the crap you putting up? And you spreading crap like butter on bread. Like, oh boy, all right, man. Look, as of right now, bench Najee Harris until he show you something else, or just simply drop him. I'm using drop words. Don't drop George Pickens. That ain't necessary. But again, this is George Pickens has been in the league almost 4 years. It's putting up the same numbers, putting on visors. Or not by the time I want to see people's eyes. What eyes you looking for? You looking in the wrong direction then. The field is that way. Damn. Sorry. All right, Samaje P. Ryan. No, I don't know why y'all have him on your roster. Now, here's a guy I don't have to go off on, too, because that's not stupid fault for picking this dude up. Again, what was it in Dameon Pierce that you people saw? Tell coach. Tell me. Tell me what it was last year when y'all watched him run the football, because I had him on my team. See, Javonte went down. Dameon needed to step up. Dameon couldn't give me no more than 11 points. Dameon could barely get in the end zone, if he did. So tell me what it is you all saw that had, oh, Dameon Pierce will be great. Tell me. Tell me. Because what I saw in the preseason game, where he was starting against a defense that played backups, was he can't score in the red zone. They gave to him 3 times. He got stopped 3 times. They had to settle for a field goal. I told y'all to go pick this Texas kicker because, as it looks right now, Houston ain't getting in that end zone from the red zone as much as people think. It's going to be a very small amount. If it's a touchdown, it's on that big arm, down the field, broke tackle, boom. Or he runs it in himself for a touchdown while he's on the goal line. Because obviously their running backs can't do it, and they got 2 of them. So, y'all fault. All right, Deuce Vaughn. I mean, I think it was more of it's going to be rough with Deuce Vaughn because these easy games that Dallas tends to put up, like why I call it easy, is when they take over defensively like they did again, and the offense just kind of has to just walk down the field. They're not stressed down the field. Guys like Deuce Vaughn, not going to do because it went all Pollard. It was all Pollard. Pollard needed to show, that Deuce Vaughn needed to take some slack. Pollard didn't show that. What Pollard did was he showed me I shouldn't have dropped him so far down. That's what he showed me. He should have stayed up there in a top, like late, if it's a 16-man round, grab him at 16, 14, something like that. Or turn around first pick in the second round type. You know what I mean? Like, that's what that man playing like right now. Top tier running back. I mean, we ain't getting a lot of them. And Tony Pollard turned on the Jets. As Travis Etienne, as I told y'all, this is what you're gonna get. 40 yards, 6 points. Especially in a bad game. He ain't gonna do nothing. Not a bad game. He ain't gonna be a reason why y'all come back. No, they're gonna go in the air. This is where Travis Etienne is a hindrance. This is why I just kind of kept him where he was. Because he'll give you numbers and then he's gonna give you these. But all in all, his numbers will push maybe to 1,100 total between catching and receiving. So you know what I mean? That's where it's 4th, 5th round. That's where I had it. Let's see who else crapped the bed. Khalil Herbert, Chicago. 2. Where these 4,000? I'm waiting on these. Oh God, I'm waiting on these 4,000 yards. I think he lost his job when he said that, and it's just like the recovery from it has to be more than that, and it's not going to be nowhere near it. And Trey Lance might be getting a phone call from Chicago. I don't know. They need another quarterback. I can tell you that much. But I don't think Trey Lance it'll be funny to see him bounce around as a backup like this, but I think it'll be a Cowboy too long. Dak gonna have to crack the bed. Dak ain't thrown a pick yet. They ain't thrown a pick yet. I get it. We made fun of him. We made fun of him. Sometimes you ain't supposed to come out and open your mouth. And then he had training camp. And again, the training camp wasn't so much of the picks he threw in training camp, because guys, remember, I always tell this. Stop freaking out about interceptions in training camp. Do you not understand they're supposed to happen? You understand? How else is that defense going to get better if they're not picking off a great quarterback like that? I'm not saying he's greater than me. I'm just saying, like, in the sense of his arm strength, his accuracy, they're not playing against a bum in practice. They're playing against their starting quarterback. And they're picking off their starting quarterback, especially if he's accurate. That means they're doing something on defense. You see what I'm saying? It ain't like they's getting blown out in practice. No, they're doing something where they're delivering properly. Help defense. They're going to turnover force. Now, the whole BAN calling, again, I'm okay with it because I hear him talk to his brother that way. That's who he is. He's that type of guy. He's Daryl Browner, who holds you at the line of scrimmage and still one of the best corners in the league. You see what I'm saying? He's just aggressive. His aggression is just his mouth. If you can't handle it, if Cortland Finnegan, in a way, tight. You know, you're gonna have them guys. You're gonna have them, but they on the team for a reason. And his help defense is getting them safeties a lot of interceptions. I don't know if y'all see the dynamic of what they're doing. Okay, so with this dynamic, it's going to be. It's actually, if you look at it, if you just look at the build, it's actually harder for Dak to throw these interceptions than some would think it would be, because they're not doing what they were doing last year offensively. It's different. Everything is different. Kellen Moore's throwing. This is a whole different offensive scheme. Whole different movement of the ball. They're running the ball more. Is anybody paying attention to that? Their running back has more than 20 carries a game. What does that tell you? That the offense is 80%, or let's say 60% on the ground. Maybe 80% if it's 25 plus carries. 20%, they're about 60, 70% of the offense. That's really, really, really good, because that actually does condense the interception ratio for Dak Prescott. Does it shrink the touchdown ratio? Yes. That's why Dak didn't come out saying he's going to throw 50 touchdowns. What he said was he's not going to throw more than 10 interceptions. And we are in week 2. He has 0. He's looking good. Of course, I was going to count them bad boys down the minute he threw one. He ain't thrown one yet. They counted 0. I got to be fair. I'm very unbiased, guys. I know I come for a lot of players, but I also know where to give them their break. I know where to support them. I love football. I don't have a favorite team. All 32 teams are my team, okay? I'm the father of them all. I'm the daddy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a dog in the fight. Have a fair point, a fair opinion, who I believe will make it this far, who I believe can get here based on what they do here. That's why, not that I know, but I can kind of talk so much about different organizations. Pay attention to all of them and what they do, what their body and makeup is. So I can sit here and tell you Chicago Bears are not the type of team to throw up 35 points a game. They're not. They've never had that makeup. They're a 20-plus point team, 20-point team game. They're built on defense and running. And until they get back to that type of MO, this is the Chicago Bears ugliness we're going to continue to see. They're like, look at the Houston Texans and see exactly what they do on first, second down and tell you, oh, no. I've watched Texas too long. I've seen one great quarterback, and that was a Carr. Shaw came in, he did okay, and then he went for a season where he threw 5 straight games with 5 straight pick sixes to start each game. Then they went to Savage, went to the playoffs, benched him after he went to the playoffs against the Ravens and almost beat the Ravens in the playoffs and almost went to the AFC Championship game. The Houston Texans, people, and Reed pick sealed them, and that was it. Because a rookie got lift off by the safety in a championship game where the running back got knocked back by Ray Lewis 10 yards and put that rookie in that long third down situation. But he gets benched for somebody else. I don't know. The Houston Texans don't want to win. I've never known them to want to win, because when I have seen great quarterbacks come in and play, Where's their career? They don't even finish. They didn't finish. Okay. Then they get coaches that don't help. Man, look, I've watched enough teams to know what they do. Okay. Seattle need to get back to running the football. Period. That's what their MO is. Run the football, kicking field goals, great defense, 12 men. Let's go. Steelers, defense. Now, if the Steelers are back to Steelers football based off what we saw week 2, I'm going to scale back on certain personnel of who you should have on your roster, because then that means, no, this is still Steelers football. This is a 10-9 win team, win the division, make it to the playoffs, do it grimy. It's going to do it low. It's going to be about defense, which means some of these offensive weapons ain't going to have what we think they're going to have. So that's what I mean by we may have to scale back a little bit on the whole 12 in and all this 4-something yard. Now, if this Steelers football, it's slow grinding type football. And that kind of, it's kind of what we got last week. That's why they were able to what? Do a Steelers comeback late in the game and win Steelers football, all right? So, yeah, I know the teams and what they do, all right? So, let's talk about Tua for a minute, right? Because Tua right now is one of the leading quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Why? Because they changed his game. Last year, what was my issue with them? They had no mid-range game. They fixed it. They have a mid-range game. Last year, what was my issue? They didn't run the ball. They fixed it. They ran the ball. Last year, my issue is where he rolled out, and it's the way Tua rolls out and throws. He's top heavy in his body, right? So it's the way he rolls out and leans when he throws. He's going to. If nobody even touches Tua, think about it this way: the way he was doing it last year. If nobody even touches it, the way he rolled out to throw, let's say he just tripped himself, he's gonna get a concussion. Because he's so top heavy up here from his shoulder to his belly area. It's top heavy. He's stronger up here, basically. So what that means is when he falls, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. It's science, right? So he's gonna fall harder. Period. So that's why when he gets hit going down like that, it's almost like his head is going faster to the field because of the trajectory of his heavier top body. Okay? It's math and science, people. And what did they change about the math and the science? We're going to get this ugly Jordan jump so that you're not falling backwards, so you can move diagonally. And instead, he's not running in the pocket. It's a diagonal movement so that he can throw with that left arm. Left-handed throwers are unorthodox. And left-handed people, we're unorthodox, okay? When I'm a hooper. When I dribble with my right hand. I cross over with my right hand. I go behind the back with my right hand. I go between the legs with my right hand. I do everything with my right hand. I pull up with my right hand. I shoot with my left. Weird. I get a lot of fouls. And I like to drive to my right. So I pull up so you can jump. So I come underneath with my left. And I can tell you that. You ain't going to stop it. It doesn't matter what you do. You're not going to stop it. I'm just saying it because what I mean is left-handed boxers, batters, it's scary to go against a left-handed batter. It's scary because they can put the ball anywhere. Left-handed boxers, excuse me, they're dangerous to fight. Left-handed people are dangerous. Left-handed hoopers, left-handed quarterbacks are some of the best special quarterbacks because you always have a right. That's why it's harder to get a left-handed tackle than it is a right-handed tackle. Any minute left-handed. They're stronger on that side. And it's not that many left-handed quarterbacks. So it's like they're already there waiting. So that left tackle has an easier job with the left-handed quarterback. Don't you see his pocket? Don't you see how clean his pocket is? Now, don't get me wrong, they worked on that offensive line for that very reason. Okay? And my issue with that offensive line was they've never had a blocking issue. It's the fact that the offensive line can't block more than 7 seconds. And his drop back to get the ball to Tyreek is too long. He's going to get in. Not anymore, because he's going in and he's jump throwing, period. Why? Because he's realized with this fast guy, chemistry, can't overthrow Tyreek Hill. Huh. No matter what I do, he's just going to catch it. Huh. Yeah. So what they're doing, it's their thing, and it works. He's leading quarterback right now. He's like top 3 right now in quarterbacking, if not number 1. And it's because they fixed everything in football. See, I see that. This is a different Dolphins football. This ain't what you've seen before. But what they have done, if they've gotten back to a run game, which is very good, they got Big Fangio's defense back there getting good sacks. All right. And Mike McDaniels is running this offense very well. He fixed the issues. That's always the best thing about the coach. You didn't have the issues from last year. Like, I didn't beat him up about it. I just told you, everybody, like, this is the facts. Hold on, we got a question on WhatsApp real quick. Matthew, should I request a trade to Omar for Puka Nuka and give him Jerry Jeudy and Debo? No. Hell no. Give me 1 second. No, Jose, don't do that. No. Do not make that trade. Keep what you got. You don't need Puka. Puka ain't gonna last. No, no, guys. That thing with Puka is good right now. And if you have him, you're good now. But that's not gonna last, people. Them numbers, and I get it. I need you guys to understand something. The Rams aren't winning football games with Puka. Oh, I think they beat the Seattle. They won, right? What I'm going to say, this is not going to last. You understand the 49ers, how great they are. Puka did that against 49ers, and what happened? They still lost by 10, which was weirdly enough how McVay made that ugly landing field goal to cover the spread. Y'all ain't see that? I saw that. I saw that out. I don't know what that was, but you just sat there and covered the spread. You can. I don't, because I didn't understand why you kicked that field goal in the first place. With 4 seconds left on the clock, knowing you can't win, you didn't even try to go for it. You ended the game, or you trying to give your kicker more reps? No, pimp. Ain't a game rep in the world gonna make any kicker better. Well, like what? I didn't understand that, and all I could think of was you just covered the spread. So anyway, but no, don't make that trade, Jose. No, keep Debo and keep Jeudy. Keep Jeudy. Don't worry about the Jeudy thing. He'll be fine, but they definitely need to figure it out. And I got a segment coming up to talk about what's going on there too. Justice Hill. Buddy, we got to get better, pimp. Like, I'm not liking these numbers. Javante, you another one I covered for. That I can't have these numbers, bro. I'm gonna talk about y'all. The Denver Broncos got a little segment I got coming up later. But these numbers ain't looking good, man. Come on. I already apologize for you. You got to do something for me, pimp. I believe in you, but can't believe in these numbers. 44 yards rushing. This is not good. Isaiah Pacheco. Well, I mean, Jacksonville has a good run defense, so I'm gonna leave you alone. You should have been smart enough to not start him. So I'm not even gonna call him a bum this weekend because you should have known better. Antonio Gibson, that's gonna be rough. I think Mark. Oh, Mark, you got it. You get this one, fam. You was right. Brian Robinson is the guy. Period. Brian Robinson's the guy. All right, quarterback busts. Who we got? Who's on the block? Let's see. We got Jimmy Garoppolo. Had a horrible performance against Buffalo. Zach Wilson. Well, we all know how trashy Zachy is. So, but the bust at quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. You had 216 yards, but oh god, horrible. You throw one touchdown. Like, ugh. That was real bad. That was real bad. You had some people. You had some people. You broke some hearts, bro. Kenny Pickett. You broke some hearts. 220. And see, Kenny, you doing what I'm saying you're doing. You get the 22 and some yards. You getting the touchdown, but you throwing picks. You get negative yards and rush. Why you running? We need more touchdowns out of you, pimp. We need you to see the end zone a little bit better. Darn to miss you. You came in because old boy got hurt. Deshaun Watson. Hey guys, look, I don't know. I'm out for Deshaun Watson's case, right? For him and him only. I'm only doing this for him. I'm giving him the full 4 weeks before I critique anything, before I say anything wrong. I'm giving this just might be the preseason he needs to go through before him and they're 1-1. They're not off to a bad start. His numbers are just ugly right now. All right. And they could get better. He had 11 points, but that's not what you want out of a quarterback. I'm not out of a quarterback you fully guaranteed all that doggone money to. That ain't what you want. Tua, you were a bust this week. I'm gonna call you a bust this week. Yes, but why? You only threw 1 touchdown and 1 interception, and you only put up 12 points in fantasy. It's compared to what you did last week, and the fact that you did play the New England defense. I still think you could have got another 2 touchdowns, but Raheem Mostert went off, and that's another thing we got to pay attention to. Your running back went off. You guys got the win. That was one thing about fantasy guys. People don't pay attention to us. They pay attention to the win. They want the win. They got the win. But 249 yards is still great. All right. Just again, he only had 1 touchdown, but he did have a turnover. All right. So our busts did not look good at all this week, but it's just not fantasy. It's just it's the luck of the draw. It's whether the fantasy guy is happy or angry with you. I don't know. Did you do your ritual dance? I don't know. Because for instance, Lucas, my man, he came into the shop. He was off, but he came in Monday when we was working. Man, crazy happy. You gonna win week 2. Nick Chubb was in the game. And then he left. And then like 20 minutes later, Nick Chubb is getting carted off the field. And then before I clocked out, his girl told me that he was losing. And he lost Nick Chubb. That work stopped. And old buddy he was playing still had more players. And he needed a Nick Chubb game that he was going to get. And the fantasy guys had different plans. And we'll talk about those plans here in a minute. But first, guys, we got to give a nice shout out to our fantasy heroes.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.